NBA Countdown, presented by Mountain Dew.
And welcome inside Studio H here in LA. Chauncey Billups,
Billups, big shot.
Paul Pierce, and four-time All-Star and extremely recent Laker, Rajon Rondo. How timely of you to be here today, Rajon. That was good. My name is Michelle Beadle. We're going to get to all things Laker because we're going to have a lot to talk about today. But of course, there's some basketball. First round, some may say it was a little short on the drama. The second round, however, worth the price of admission. 2 Game 6s on the channel tonight. We're going to go wild on Raptors, Sixers, and Nuggets, Blazers. But first, good news in the Bay. The Warriors held off the Rockets in Game 5. Extremely bad news. 2-time reigning Finals MVP Kevin Durant forced out of the game in the third with a calf strain. Woj first reported he will be reevaluated next week after Games 6 and 7. And lo and behold, who's joining us right now? I believe it was supposed to be Woj that was joining us right now, but there he is. Tell us what you have, Mr. Woj, on Kevin Durant, the latest anyways.
Michelle, Kevin Durant did not accompany the Warriors to Houston for Game 6, and he would not play in a Game 7. But there's optimism around the Warriors that if Golden State was able to beat Houston, win one more game in this series in advance, that he'd be back early in the next series. They're going to reevaluate him next week. But given the sense around that injury and the moments after it happened, this couldn't have turned out any better for Golden State, even though they won't have him the rest of this conference semifinal.
Better than I think a lot of people had thought when it initially happened. Woj, stick around, hydrate. We're going to come back to you in a little bit to talk all things Lakers. But to concentrate on Durant right now, he'd averaged 45 minutes a game in the series. Is it possible that he was pushed too hard?
I mean, 45, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of minutes. I mean, we all know that. I mean, especially in the playoffs, it's a lot of the intensity is just different. But as a Warrior, as a player, no pun intended, like you lay it all on the line. And they needed every single bucket that he put out the entire series. So, yeah, possibly, but a tough-minded player is not going to think so.
I think they did. I think they overworked them. I mean, that has a lot to do with their lack of depth. They lost Boogie. You know, this guy has so much to carry for the Golden State Warriors, or he doesn't have to, but he has been. So, you know, when you combine all those minutes, the flights, you know, you don't get the proper rest in your own bed. I mean, things can happen. I mean, you got to be lucky also. I mean, that's just a buildup of work. I mean, it can happen to anybody, though.
Sure.
It can happen to anybody. So I just think they didn't use the proper load management with him.
You
serious?
This dude really using load management?
Load management. It was all season we've talked about that. What if you're Steph Curry right now, what are you thinking? What does it do to him?
It's time to step up. It's time to be the old Steph Curry. Although we've known the past couple of seasons when he didn't have Durant. So him and Clay have to step up, and I expect Clay to go into this game like he did against OKC a couple years back, Game 6. And I think he dropped 46 that game. So I won't underestimate him at all.
The old Steph Curry, I like that.
This is a window opportunity for Houston, though.
It is.
I'm telling you.
But one of the happiest diagnoses was that it wasn't an Achilles for KD. For the league, for his team, obviously, and for their opportunity to advance. But we ain't about to act like he played too many minutes.
No.
Don't bring up load management.
Man.
We're not doing that.
You wouldn't have said, take me out, dog. Right. You wouldn't have said, take me out.
Injuries happen in the game of basketball. He unfortunately got hurt on a non-contact injury.
I mean, you can't predict the injury. You can't predict the injury, but this is opportunity for Houston. And I think Houston is going to advance. Like I said, you have to be good and you have to be lucky. Luck was on the Warriors side last year when CP got hurt. Luck is going to be on Houston's side because if they don't advance, this is a major disappointment for the Houston Rockets right now without Kevin Durant.
Well, they missed a big opportunity yesterday, so it didn't just start. When dude went down, that's when they should have turned it on. They could have had a closeout game at home tomorrow. That was big.
Are you surprised they didn't?
Houston lost. They missed their window.
I was surprised because I just feel like when KD's down, you can game plan differently. You can trap Steph now. You can trap blitz and blitz pin downs and stuff with Clay. Where you can't do that with KD on the floor. Right. They never made an adjustment in that game yesterday.
They missed their opportunity. KD go down, you got to win that game.
That's blood in the water.
James Harden only, took one shot the last 8 minutes?
Yeah, that was crazy.
He has the highest usage of any player that's probably ever played the game. You got to get him the ball and try to win that game. I think they take 6, but they lose in 7.
So we get 7
because
on
of what
that
you
side?
said. He goes back to being the old Steph.
Not every series went 7. Let's talk Celtics, shall we?